Yeah. Post education सफलता. Post education सफलता मतलब what is the result of education? Education पाके आपने क्या किया? Where you will find that your education is सफल. Your education, आपका education, हम correct direction में जा रहे हैं. हमने whatever we have wanted, we have achieved. Okay, what is that in abroad culture? What is that in India culture?
The education being a seed, so what plant is it going to grow? Can I start?
And I think, yeah, sorry to cut you, but we have only 10 minutes left. Okay, and in during those 10 minutes, we have to sum up also. So we need to quick up and only crisp. Maybe while the other team is speaking, okay, one person can put their minds on what to speak.
Can I start?
Sorry.
One second.
Just a second.
You cannot just
Hello.
them and,
Friends, just keep in mind that's a WHO report that the 20th century was the century of frustration, but the 21st century is going to be the century of depression. So, keeping in mind this is such an important topic, the meaning of success. So, please be very definite, please be very clear, and please don't be, provocative or very judgmental on this point, because this can bring out a lot of inner feelings from us. What do you mean by success, and how do you relate success to Indian study context and abroad study context?
Wonderful. That's what is the requirement of the hour.
can we please just stick to Indian students studying abroad or anything, because some
Exactly. You're supposed to stick to that. So
Yeah.
let's just stick to that. A statement by anybody from the audience or the Indian team or the abroad team. Can I start? Yes.
So we reach to the penultimate goal of this debate, and perhaps the penultimate goal of life, and that is the meaning of success. And I think nobody's going to be very definitive in terms of this is what success means, but we can taste success in our own ways. And to me, and I probably hope to all, success definitely does not mean monetary values and money, but it means more than just that. And it comes down to healthy relationships, going back home stress-free, having a disease-free life, and leading a good life on a good work-life balance. And once you achieve that, only then are you successful. Now, the difference between a person who studies in India and is on his journey to success versus a person who studies abroad and on his journey to success, what happens in India once you're done with your studies and you get on with your work life is you live in a close-knit society. You have people to celebrate your life with. You have people on occasions, good or bad, who are with you, around you, who are willing to support you. Whereas in foreign, I feel it's a little more separated. People are not really close knit at that level emotionally or physically. The rate of divorce for once is high. I know it's not related, but it's an example just to tell you that how success is perceived differently here and there.
So, meaning of success, I would again bring this to the notice of everybody. Meaning of success pertaining to education itself. So, what is the education that I'm going to take in India? What is it going to guarantee me? The education that I do in abroad, what is it going to guarantee me? That is what we are going to talk about. उसी बात पे चर्चा होने वाली है और एक
if you try in India, because in India it is better, because if you will try in India, the person who knows from childhood your friends, parents, they know you from years, 5, 10 years, 15, 20 years, how you saw age. And in abroad you grow, they know you from 1 to 2 years, who are there to judge you. Your parents will judge you or your friend will judge you better, or they you मतलब वो लोग आपको अच्छे समझ के आपको कुछ अच्छा जज कर पाएंगे आपको, या फिर जो 1-2 साल या 1-2 महीने से आपको पहचानते हो आपको अच्छे से जज कर पाएगा.
I think still we are not up to the mark. I would say definitely a good try.
हीरे को और थोड़े घिसने की जरूरत है. We need to still come to our exact topic here कि एजुकेशन इंडिया में आपको क्या गारंटी करता है और एजुकेशन अब्रॉड में आपको क्या गारंटी करता है.
One more point just to add on, give an example. Education से इंडियन कल्चर में आपको क्या पाना है और एजुकेशन से वेस्टर्न कल्चर में आपको क्या पाया जाता है या पाना है. That is one. I'm just aspect which I'm trying to put it across. What is the fruit which you want to have in Indian culture of education vis-a-vis abroad of the same kind of education? That is something where you can touch.
So personally, I would consider success as a thing that at the end of the day, after my work, I feel mentally relieved. So considering that the fields for education and some extra fields in India are limited as compared to abroad. And abroad, you take some course, you do a course, you are not judged upon, which can be done easily in India. So personal success is more in the abroad countries.
So claim from the audience saying that personal success is more in abroad countries. Reason is what we were looking for. Do you have a reason to that?
people are not usually judged upon for the selection of their course. A person wanting to become an electrician in India is looked upon, "Arey tu kya kar raha hai?" And for the same thing, there are diploma courses and courses for it in the other countries.
I think to summarize that, India में आपको सक्सेस 5 करियर्स में ही ढूंढना पड़ेगा. आप चाहे डॉक्टर बनिए, इंजीनियर बनिए या कुछ और बनिए, लेकिन ये 5 करियर्स में आपको सक्सेस ढूंढना पड़ेगा. जैसे कि अब्रॉड में आपको सक्सेस कौन से भी करियर में मिल सकता है. Is what claim from the... Yes, you can definitely react.
So 5 courses. Speaking of that 5 courses, ये 5 courses के लिए ही लोग बाहर जाते हैं. कोई इलेक्ट्रिशियन या यूट्यूबर बनने बाहर नहीं जाता. सेकंड, अगर इतना ही है तो मतलब मैं एक एग्जांपल देना चाहूंगा. सो सक्सेस में मानी तो दोनों साइड्स को मिलता है, बट एक केपी जानी करके एक वडोदरा से एक एस्ट्रोफिजिसिस्ट है, हिज कंट्रीब्यूशन वाज फेनोमेनल इन लाइगो पता रहेगा, LIGO दी आया था बीच में. बट रिकॉग्निशन फेम मिला, नो डाउट रिकॉग्निशन मिला उनके बॉसेस को. काम कौन करता है वहां पे, IBM हो या कोई भी कंपनी में, इंडियंस. मतलब ये तो फैक्ट है कि इंडियंस काम करते हैं, नासा में भी काम करते हैं, बट रिकॉग्निशन किसको मिलता है? नहीं मिलता उनको, मिलता है उनके बॉसेस को. परहैप्स यहाँ पे आपको काम करने मिलेगा, रिकॉग्निशन मिलेगा. और यहाँ पे कैसा है पता है, आपका प्रमोशन भी डायनामिक, ऐसा नहीं कि तुमको 2 साल बाद ही मिलेगा, ऐसा नहीं. मेरे भाई का भी ऐसा हुआ है, वो 6 महीने में आया, उसने डबल प्रमोशन मिला है. ऐसा फॉरेन में नहीं होता, क्योंकि और फॉरेन में क्यों नहीं होता? बिकॉज वहां पे नहीं होता, फर्स्ट थिंग. सेकंड, क्यों नहीं होता? बिकॉज रेशियल discrimination.
I'll have to cut you saying that you say that success is guaranteed in terms of remuneration towards your work is guaranteed in India, and in abroad you don't get remunerated for your work. Your boss steals away your limelight is what we are looking at here. But I think we still haven't found the true meaning of success in Indian culture, also Indian education and foreign education. We have 2 hands here. Judy?
Anybody from abroad team wants to add on? I think we haven't heard anything from since long.
Yes, somebody from the team abroad.
In India, we believe that success is restricted to degrees and getting that job, that the dream job that you had. So अगर मुझे इतना मतलब engineering, doctorate जो भी करके I have got a good degree, I have got a good job, तो सोसाइटी में क्या हमारा इंप्रेशन पड़ता है दैट वी आर सक्सेसफुल, मतलब अच्छा पैसा गाड़ी सब कुछ है, यू आर सक्सेसफुल. बट इज दैट द ट्रू मीनिंग ऑफ सक्सेस? आस्क दैट पर्सन, इज दैट पर्सन रियली हैप्पी? As according to the recent statistics, India is 133rd in the list of happiest countries in the world. Are we really happy? उसमें से 49.2% जो है corporates है, and 49.2% of the corporates are not happy. That means approximately 1 out of 2 corporate is not happy with the job that they have. Is that success? Is that what you're defining success as? Secondly,
finally we have found the answer we're looking for. So please continue.
Thank you. Secondly, I was going to say कि बहुत लोग अब्रॉड जाते हैं फॉर द सेम फील्ड्स, यस, बट वो लोग क्या मेंटालिटी से जाते हैं? वहाँ पे मस्त 9 to 5 जॉब होगा मेरा, उसके बाद आई कैन गो आउट फॉर मे बी साइकिलिंग और समथिंग, यू नो. सो दैट इज वाई, बिकॉज वाई दे आर परस्यूइंग हैप्पीनेस रादर देन सक्सेस. वहाँ पे सक्सेस भी है, हैप्पीनेस भी है, और यहाँ पे क्या है, सुबह 8 से 8 का जॉब रहता है, उसके बाद यू कांट इवन थिंक ऑफ साइकिलिंग और लाइक दैट इज जस्ट एन एग्जाम्पल दैट आई एम गिविंग यू. बट मेरा जिस्ट क्या है बोलने का कि more than success, people go abroad for happiness, and success comes with it, because if you're happy, you are bound to be successful. If you're happy in life, whatever you pursue, you'll be happy doing it and you'll be successful.
So in foreign nations, we find happiness being more readily available than happiness being available in India.
Happiness is just a quality, rather. I would just say that success is not defined by degrees and by your job, your dream job that is there over here.
क्या आपके लिए सक्सेस ही पंडित महाराज साहब ने सुबह बोला था कि मॉम डैड सुबह सुबह मतलब काम के लिए निकल जाते हैं, अगर आप उधर काम करें सिर्फ सैटरडे संडे, वही आपकी सक्सेस है? पूरा दिन आप काम करते हो उधर, तो आपकी सक्सेस है? सैटरडे संडे वो आपकी सक्सेस होती है क्या?
Still, boss, we are still sorry, but we are still on the education and not on the point of having family over there. So what she is saying in the education, after being educated in the course of education, student को, स्टूडेंट तो अकेला ही है ना उधर, वो तो मॉम डैड के साथ है ही नहीं, मॉम डैड तो इंडिया में है. उसके बाद का जो पॉइंट है, आई एम थिंक वी आर नॉट टुडे डिस्कसिंग ऑन दैट, वी विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट इट लेटर स्टेज.
Hi. I think success is probably adding value to the society that you are in. So, doesn't actually matter where you get your education from. You can go abroad. We believe in the philosophy of Vasudeva Kutumbakam. So, what's wrong with going abroad and meeting the rest of my family, right? We can go there, learn their way of life, implement it. There's always good and bad. They have a Bill Gates. We also have Ratan Tata. Like good people who add value, and like they are everywhere. So if Japan has a way of doing things, like they are always on time, they have the punctuality in them, we can bring it here as well. So that is success. You uplift your society.
That's one of the rare neutral comments today. Like, well, everyone has taken strong views for or against India. I appreciate a neutral view taken for a change. It's good
We have
thing
one.
to hear.
To add to the Indian team, let's not define success. Let's just say it's based on the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Let's say that your and my needs are not always the same. And let's say that being gens, our ultimate goal is not only to improve this bhav, but also our future bhavs, and to go from Atma to Paramatma. And though our careers might improve, but do we really get that wholesome education abroad? Do we get the chance to explore our religion and to do the betterment of, spirituality?
A good point towards the final aim of a religion, but we are looking for something what education can give you. Yes. Raise your hand clearly. Yes.
एक्चुअली अपने जो 5 स्ट्रीम के बारे में बात करें, एक्चुअली गवर्नमेंट का एक NSTC करके एक डिपार्टमेंट है, नेशनल स्किल डेवलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन. उसमें ऐसा नहीं है कि 5 स्ट्रीम के बारे में डिस्कस करता है. उसमें ऐसा है जो आपकी स्किल आप परस्यू करना चाहे, जो आपका पैशन है, वो आप उसमें स्किल लेके आप अपना कैरियर बना सकते हो. तो दैट्स नॉट नेसेसरी कि अपने 5 स्ट्रीम के बारे में ही सोचे. इंडिया में भी सक्सेस के लिए जो आपका पैशन है आप फॉलो करके गवर्नमेंट ये सुविधा प्रोवाइड कर रही है कि आप जो करना चाहे वो कर सकते हैं.
Government is trying to guarantee you success in India also.
See now, just adding to whatever she told, but if you're in abroad, you have 9 to 5 job, you go for cycling, you do extracurricular activities, whatever. All those are external happiness. Abroad forces you to search happiness in external things, whereas the Indian value system or education system doesn't force you to do that. It forces you to search happiness within.
Part of Indian education right now forces you to find happiness.
See, I'm not talking about this school degree one. What Pandit Maharaj said today morning.
We're talking about general universal education system, not any specific
one which is good for all.
adherence.
One which is good for all. When I shared this thing, I just told that we're not only referring to the present education system, we're also referring to the ancient education system.
But if you're living in the present, the only thing that concerns you is the present, the future, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I'm telling that if you don't have a chance to learn the ancient education system if you're abroad, you still have a chance to learn the ancient education system.
Do you know that more universities in the UK teach Vedic Hinduism and
because they have realized that is the real happiness. You're telling my point. So Thank you.
I agree, but that is not taught in India.
All right.
I just have one more point to add.
Wait. Let's not try to put down voices with claps. Let them finish, please.
Yeah.
Yes, you had to speak.
What is the point of this? I'm saying that universities in the UK have recognized this. We are not anti-Indians or anti.
I didn't say you're anti. What I'm trying to put
universities in
forward.
the UKs have recognized that, and they're teaching that. And if you want to
आज भी
learn that,
पनीर
you have to
बटर
do
मसाला
that.
इंडिया में अच्छा बनेगा दोस्त. यूके में इतना अच्छा नहीं बनेगा जितना इंडिया. इसके लिए यहाँ से मसाला भेजना पड़ेगा तेरे को.
Okay, let me give a closing statement from our team.
Wait. The debate is still on, and I'll have to take one. Both of you can pause there. We'll take a statement from somebody in the audience, or say our past guest of honor.
मैं ऑडियंस की तरफ से हूँ, अभी जूरी की तरफ से नहीं हूँ. मेरा कहना यही है कि काफ़ी हॉट डिस्कशन चल रहा था, लेकिन सारी बात का निचोड़ ये है कि हमें एक बैलेंस्ड सक्सेस का व्यू लेना चाहिए. मेरा मतलब है ऐसा रास्ता हमें चुनना चाहिए जिसमें ऐसे काम चुनना चाहिए जिसमें मन शांति मिले, आनंद मिले, कमाई मिले, और सबसे ज़्यादा रिश्ते नाते जो हमारे हैं, रिलेशनशिप्स, वो भी हम जतन करें. क्योंकि आप देख रहे हो अभी हैप्पीनेस जो पर कैपिटा पहले हिंदुस्तान में गिनते थे, उसकी जगह अभी हैप्पीनेस इंडेक्स ने ली है. अभी सक्सेस इज नॉट कंसिडर्ड एज अ फिनेंशियल सक्सेस और द टॉपर्स. ठीक है, इन्होंने कवर किया है वो जो मैं अभी कह रही हूँ. तो जो सुख मिलता है, जो काम आपको पसंद नहीं है वो मत करो, और जो काम में सुख मिलता है वो करो, और उसी को सक्सेस कहते हैं. इसके बारे में मैं एक उदाहरण देती हूँ कि अगर पैसा कमाना या टॉप पर जाना या नाम कमाना यही अगर सक्सेस होता, तो मुकेश अंबानी इतना पैसा कमाने के बाद भी रोज रोज ऑफिस नहीं जाते. वो इसलिए जाते हैं कि उनको उसमें आनंद आता है. और अमिताभ बच्चन का भी उदाहरण लीजिए कि वो इतने सक्सेसफुल है, इतने टॉप पे गए हैं, तब भी रोज रोज इतना काम क्यों करते हैं? क्योंकि उनको काम में आनंद मिलता है. तो मेरा कहना यही है, से सक्सेस मीन्स नॉट मॉनिटरी, नॉट एकेडमिक, नॉट फाइनेंशियल. इट शुड कम एज अ फुल पैकेज. आनंद, मन शांति, स्वास्थ्य और रिश्ते नाते, ये सब कंबाइन करो तो वो सक्सेस है. थैंक यू.
So true success is guaranteed where, in abroad or in India. We'll take both. That is a very neutral statement, but for now we'll just take a closing statement. Then we'll get back to neutrality. Yes, we'll take a closing statement from the abroad team, and then from Team India. Then we'll move to the jury and we'll sum up our today's debate.
Yeah, as ma'am rightly said, it is relative. It can be found in abroad or in India. With education, without education, there are too many factors to consider, and the meaning of success is what you make of it, or is what you question yourself with, and you consider it yourself, you jot it down. That is what success is. So it is. I can't put a pin on it and say if you go in abroad, the percentages would not matter here, because it's your meaning. Success is itself relative, so you can't place it on either sides of the spectrum.
That's a very neutral closing statement, very safe closing statement. Yes.
Yeah. So
One second. So this entire team will give a closing statement together. No more add-ons, no more subtraction. Okay, new face. Please sit down. We need a new face. We need a new face here. Yeah, I'll allow the other people to add on, but the start has to be from a new face.
Hello.
Kindly sit down.
Yeah, so success is that, as Rajni said, with family, when you love, so family, you will be able to take care of your family, being India only. So my point is that, so stay in India, working for your country, and getting education in India will help.
Adding on?
Family, yes.
Yeah. So, defining thinking in foreign, like it conditions you that kind of thinking. वहाँ पे प्रायोरिटी बेस्ड थिंकिंग होता है. प्रायोरिटी बेस्ड क्या होता है कि मुझे ये प्रायोरिटी पे करना है, बट इसमें बंदा सेल्फ सेंटर्ड हो जाता है. यहाँ पे सोसाइटी बेस्ड थिंकिंग है. तुम देखोगे कि किसी को गलत नहीं लगेगा ये, और वो काम को मैं करूंगा. दूसरा चीज ये करने में है ना, आगे जाके जो ये सोसाइटी बेस्ड थिंकिंग है, विच इज फ्रॉम द इंडियन एजुकेशन सिस्टम, बंदा दिल जीतता है और वापस सिर्फ लोगों को बनाता है, और फिर वो इतना कॉर्डियल रिलेशंस, इतना परमानेंट रिलेशंस नहीं होता, वो दिल वाला रिलेशंस नहीं होता कभी किसी का.
So दिल वाले रिलेशंस वहां पे नहीं होते, मतलब कि वहां पे पता नहीं क्या इमोशंस हो, लेकिन दिल वाले इमोशंस नहीं होते. Closing add on by this one motive, and this is the last add on I'm taking. No more add ons. The
audience, can I speak?
Yes.
I want to take permission from the audience first. Can I speak?
I think the audience permits you. Yes. Speak.
So I think I've read it enough, and most will agree. I think to sum it up, success means giving. It's what you can give back. It's not what you can take, eat, and keep it with yourself. And I think the ultimate success is going to come only when you start giving more value to your society. And let's accept it, we are Indians, and we're only going to find more and more satisfaction in uplifting others of our own society. And when we can give it back to the society and uplift more people, that's when we can truly and happily die, because eventually all of us are going to do that one day.
All right, so a wonderful closing statement. Now I'll move it to the jury. I'm sorry, I will not answer. I'll not take up any more opinions. The true meaning of success for me was to finish 5 topics in this debate, and I've done that. Sorry, 4 topics in this debate, and I've done that. So I've reached the true meaning of success, and I'll move to the jury here.
Okay, once again, yeah. So this has been quite a long session. बहुत काफ़ी लंबा चला, काफ़ी चर्चा हुई. Starting from liberty, which itself took quite some time, and people brought up some fairly good points. I appreciate the point on Swatantrata versus Swachhandata, how much freedom is too much freedom, and whether freedom in an unlimited quantity is good or not. I mean, there are aspects to it. It was sort of well discussed in general. There were aspects about, being people of all backgrounds being accepted abroad, and there was a good counter from somewhere in the audience about racial discrimination. So yeah, it was a well contested point in general, and in general people spoke well. काफी अच्छी चर्चा रही. Apart from that, one other point which I appreciated was liberty to teachers, which was a very interesting perspective. I myself had not thought of that before the debate. Well done. Yeah, so that's good.
So closing marks on remarks, liberty could be, I would say, yeah, liberty, too much liberty is not too good. But at the same point of time, abroad team had a very good point on that. If the values are inculcated deep inside your heart, okay, irrespective of the liberty which is given, okay, you might not be in soup. However, at the same point of time, you need to make sure that your values don't get drained off. Okay, and that is the biggest thing, biggest achievement, or for me, the success is that inculcate those values and continue with those values. So that is where we have to see and probably ask Mahara Sahib where there is a high possibility of values getting drained out and where there is not. So we may talk upon that with the Mahara Sahib tomorrow on this liberty part.
Because I mean, a strong, between a strong value system versus equally alluring or other possible circumstances, it might be a tough competition. So yeah, that's about liberty. Tolerance again, for some reason, जो चर्चा रही वो tolerance for failure, निष्फलता के बारे में ज़्यादा केंद्रित रही. It was more centered about yeah. I think that topic could have been explored in other directions as well. There are other aspects to tolerance. तो वो किया जा सकता था.
Just an example I would like to tell is that tolerance to an accident, a small accident which has not hurted anyone but just passed through, how it would have been perceived in India vis-a-vis abroad. A tolerance to the lady who is just crossing the road even without a signal, how it could have been perceived. So these kind of thoughts. So education, not I'm saying that why education, definitely a good point. I am just putting it across here because in the course of being a student, you teach by looking at others. So what you are going to look at others in terms of your routine life in abroad vis-a-vis India could make you inculcate those values possibly. I'm just touching upon, maybe we can think on those lines and could have got more topics to discuss on this.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously
It was a very good discussion.
A lot of points were said. I unfortunately मैं हर एक point पे नहीं जा सकता क्योंकि फिर summary बहुत लंबी हो जाएगी और समय की पाबंदी है. We are restricted for time. So okay, belief, मतलब जो value system या जो संस्कार की बात थी उसमें भी काफ़ी अच्छी चर्चा हुई. Point about respecting elders where we started, and then specifically in the educational context we looked at student-teacher relationship, peer relationship. Again, peer relationship could have been better explored, but yeah, still it was okay. Again, when I point out, like this could have been done better, it's just that I have high standards, so don't get disheartened. But yeah, this is something that you can consider. So just that in the next debate, जो कल जो चर्चा का विषय रहेंगे, जो भी इच्छुक हैं इसमें भाग लेने के, who are willing to participate, please prepare yourself well. Have some deep thought. गहराई में आपस में चर्चा भी कर सकते हैं अपने मित्रों के साथ और प्रिपेयर्ड रहें. finally, meaning of success. Again, we didn't have much time for it. It was probably a very important topic. Nonetheless, we found a couple of very good points from the teams as well as audience, some very balanced definitions, some very all-encompassing definitions, including adding value to society. I mean, I don't know how many people really think in those terms, but if they do, it's a very, very good thing. Yeah, so from this, since this has been a long discussion, we'll probably take some time to crystallize ourselves, and we'll put forth the emerging issues in the form of some questions to साहिब जी in the व्याख्यान tomorrow morning. तो इस पे कल साहिब जी के साथ आगे प्रवचन में बातचीत होगी, साहिब जी इस पर प्रकाश डालेंगे, हम भी कुछ प्रश्न तभी पूछ पाएंगे.
Okay, guys, moving on to tomorrow's schedule. After this,
Just a second, I would like to say this from the entire audience team and the India and abroad team to the jury that my boys played well today. We may have lost the series, or we may have lost the match, but we are definitely going to win the series, and we're going to keep you very happy in the upcoming debates.
No. It is
If you
always
feel disappointed,
it is not that. It is like coach would always say that you could have done this well even if you have won. So it is the duty of the coach to say that you have won, but you could have done
we
better.
wanted to hear from our jury that a jury is giving a proper constructive feedback.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
I'll just have to give the mic to Rohan Bhai. He's informing us about something very important, something that will help us multiply our views and points.
So it was really a very intense, interesting, focused debate. So let's give a big hand to all of us here, listening,
Absolutely.
contributing, and to the jury, definitely.
Absolutely.
And while this debate, the second debate that's happened today, what we were testing is we were trying to test the live feed of the debate, and we have successfully completed it. So tomorrow, when you guys and girls get your mobiles between 11:30 to 12:30,